Hey, folks, welcome to Affiliate Nerd Out. I'm your nerderator, Dustin House, spreading that good word about affiliate marketing. You're going to find me here every Thursday at 12 p.m. on LinkedIn Live. So put it on the calendar and join me and my special guest. My special guest today is Jenny Gonzalez. She is CEO over at Trackfinity. Welcome to the Nerdatorium, Jenny.
I'm so happy to be here because I'm a big ol' affiliate nerd.
All right. Awesome. That's the only people I invite. Started off hot. Let's go. Who are you?
I am a college dropout, snowboarder, bartender that fell into affiliate
Yeah.
marketing. Worked my way from bartender to CEO in the first 10 years of my career. I started out as a baby affiliate manager that had no clue. I didn't even know how the internet worked. And self-taught, started working in the industry, worked my way up, learned all the tools of the trade. And today I happen to be running my own affiliate network, and I have a SaaS platform to manage affiliate
Oh,
programs.
okay, great. So you're combining the worlds, you're in the affiliate. And tell us more about that. So Trackfinity and Rock Ahead, what do you do and who do you serve here?
Okay, so with Rock Ahead, it came from being on the advertiser side for a whole decade, managing affiliates, seeing what I was missing, how monetize all of that. Once I quit my CEO role for this big group, I decided to open my own affiliate network and then develop the technology that I felt was missing to
Mm,
bridge the gap between a regular affiliate and a really advanced one. So that's what we do at Rock Ahead. We work with a few different verticals, even though I grew up in online dating. And then at Trackfinity is the evolution. So
okay.
I partnered up with a bunch of really smart people, and we created a affiliate management platform, so I can now help every advertiser and every person that wants to run a network do so effectively and actually provide a good service to affiliates.
Okay, awesome. That sounds great. I always say that the best products out there are built out of necessity, right? And affiliate tracking solutions have got us to a certain point in this industry, but that next evolution is coming hot and fast. And it sounds like you're ahead of the game and helping those affiliates gain more commissions. It's what's this all is about? Like, I love industries. I love paying my affiliates. I love building those partnerships and making people smile. So sounds like we're on the same team here, which is great.
I think
And
so.
our topic of the day is affiliates' dirty little secret, the dating vertical. And this is something that I am not in tuned with. I have never been or had a dating vertical client, so I don't know this space whatsoever. And I'm so glad you're here to bonus up on this. This is great.
Personally, I grew up in the dating industry, and I became this like public speaker about dating. And I ran a software company that had over 100,000 dating sites in 22 languages. Like, I've been on the white label side, I've been on the affiliate program side, advertiser. Like, I really know my way around dating.
Hmm.
And I call it like everyone's dirty little secret. Because whenever I talk to affiliates, no matter what vertical they're in, they're always like, "Oh, yeah, I used to promote dating back in the day on Facebook. It was my first campaign." Because it was so easy, right? It's
Ah,
evergreen. So it was so easy to promote it that even people that didn't know how to be affiliates became affiliates through dating. Eventually, like I always say, that dating is like your high school sweetheart. Like, you go, you promote whatever, tactical flashlight of the day, crypto, call it whatever, flavor of the week.
hmm.
But whenever everything gets like rough, you can always come back to dating because it's reliable, it's gonna be there, and you know how to make it work.
And people are always looking for love, maybe in the
Love
right
and other
places.
things.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's start off small. What is the dating industry?
Okay, so the dating industry, and we're talking phew, maybe from 2010 onwards, anything that has to do with online dating. And there is like different categories based on the country, based on the users. Everyone started creating dating apps, dating sites, the Match Group being the biggest
Mm,
player. And eventually you get into like really deep stuff. Tinder came out, but in reality, it was done at a lab from with money from Match. So they were never a competitor. They were just like paying for Tinder to be developed behind the scenes. And I have a theory that Tinder is supposed to graduate people so you get so sick of dating and getting ghosted and all of that that you eventually pay for Match. And so you're like, you know what? I'm serious.
You've got a
100% this is my
conspiracy
theory.
theory that
Oh,
that
100%. I have so
Match.com
many.
owns Tinder originally.
No, I
That's what
know
you're
they
saying.
own it. No, I
Oh,
know they
okay.
own it. So imagine for Tinder to happen, I think they spent something like $20 million when it was free. When it was fully free, there was no ads, there was no monetization strategy. Who paid for those $20 million? It was Match. It was, of course. And at the beginning, we were like, oh my God, the disgrace. These guys are changing the industry. Guess what? There is much more smarter players behind the scenes. We don't know
Mhm.
what we don't know. So
Ah,
the girl that started Bumble actually used to work in Tinder, and that's a whole nother thing. And she did her own little spin. But the Match group, they have their tentacles everywhere.
oh, wow.
They own so many sites, like they went on a buy-in, like an acquisition spree for years, and pretty much either acquire and grew competitors or just got them out of their system. But it's a whole thing. It's a
That
whole
is
thing. No, it's been a
very interesting.
beautiful strategy. When Facebook stopped, this is rabbit hole after rabbit hole.
Sure.
So when Facebook stopped allowing dating, it was Match and like another brand that were allowed to promote on Facebook. Later on, I had a conversation with someone internally and they were like, do you think that is like a coincidence?
Hmm.
This is all being like
Oh,
clearly negotiated. And at the time, Facebook said that they would never ever have a dating product because they were making so much money from the dating advertisers. But then Facebook came with the dating product, which is pretty terrible to be fair. But they do have a dating product.
well,
So
originally
anyway,
was a dating product to begin with. Facebook
it
was
was,
originated, right? Like in that
right.
concept.
It was like a spin-off of a spin-off, hot or not.
So, yes, there's dirty little secrets, just rabbit holes. When I think of the dating industry, the first brand that ever comes to mind is Ashley Madison, and
Oh my God.
I remember this because it was a big deal that they were on the CJ network when I was working at CJ, and a lot of the it was dirty water. Not a lot of the people that were
It
at
was
the
murky.
company wanted to be a part of that, and there's higher ups that, like, allowed it, but we weren't sure if we were gonna keep going down this vertical, and just the conflict of interest was the concept of Ashley Madison is having a side piece outside of your marriage.
All right.
Is that
So let me throw this into your equation.
okay?
I ran, I started from scratch the
Okay.
affiliate program for the biggest European competitor, Ashley Madison.
Ah, okay.
I was in a big old lawsuit with them. They sued everyone in Europe. It was all settled. It was a whole thing. But a lot of like my posts, you'll see there is like an Ashley Madison fight behind them. Super interesting. It's a very interesting business concept. Because at
Yes.
the end of the day, once you're there, you realize that not a lot of people are actually cheating on each other.
Yeah.
It's a lot of economy, especially for women. It's a lot of attention. It's attention seeking, is what they're not getting at home, right? Someone
Ah,
that tells them that they look good, someone that they can talk to.
yeah.
It is like a gateway. If you get rejected in person, you're afraid that you're going to be rejected once you meet this person that you've been talking to online.
Mm,
So a lot of dating is like an ego booster and entertainment and just like something where you find what you don't have in real life.
mhm.
But very few people actually close the deal.
Okay, cool.
Like a numbers game, I remember from the like affair side that very few people close the deal because it's scary.
Yeah.
Especially Ashley Madison. Okay, to stop your membership, they will mail you a
Yeah.
letter. So of course people like stay forever. The customer lifetime value was
Ugh,
huge
so
because
gross.
imagine your spouse finds this letter.
Yeah.
No. eh,
That's so rude, so rude. And then on top of that, they had the scandal with the bots as well. They found out like a huge
Oh
database of
no,
their
the leak and like and
the
not only
leak,
that,
yeah,
I
like
think yeah,
just scandal after
all of
scandal.
it.
All of this compounded, and ultimately, what this
They ended
gets
up
to
with a documentary on Netflix.
incredible. Ultimately, what this gets down to is they put that company itself, among others, put a big black eye on this industry, and it made it very clear to bigger networks like CJ and Impact, like we're not going to be working with these dating sites.
Players, yeah.
So that puts some big restraints on your industry as a whole. What would you say today looks like in terms of restraints?
The restraints are not necessarily like the big networks not taking on these campaigns. Even though if you really talk to someone inside of the big networks, they always have a teeny tiny bit of dating traffic that they don't talk about and they still promote you.
Okay.
But yeah. There is always it's the hush. It is everyone's dirty little secret. Everyone has pubs that have dating traffic. And if you talk enough, you always find it. It's
Okay.
like a few degrees of separation. Eventually you'll find it. So that's why like it wasn't so much the restraints on big networks not taking you on, it was more the restraints of like you could only buy on Google if you had a review site. But
Hmm,
then the acquisition cost for review sites got crazy. Like what they were asking for pay per lead, it was like crazy
hmm.
because it got super, super high, like the bidding price. Facebook first only allow a few people to advertise on dating. I think today they might allow it in like maybe South America, places where they're struggling to sell all the traffic to have enough advertisers. Maybe they were allowed there, but for sure not tier one countries. And that hasn't been the case in like over a decade. But it's more your traffic sources. Still, people are like there is nothing more creative than a dating affiliate.
Hmm.
You tell me the restraint, I'll tell you the walk around. Like affiliates and dating are some of the most creative people I've ever met in my life.
Yes, and very true. I think that's true in the affiliate sense altogether. Like we find a new hurdle every single year and we have to find a way to get around it or go over it. As an industry, I think that's super true, but I guarantee it's even more true in yours. What makes in your opinion, what makes a dating industry different than a traditional SaaS, B2B or e-commerce product?
Collaboration.
Okay.
It is so it's a super high volume, low margin industry.
Okay.
You cannot make the traffic back out only on the product.
All
So
right.
every single dating advertiser is also a dating affiliate.
Huh. Okay.
So they send traffic, whatever they cannot monetize, they've got very good at this game 10 years ago. Everyone understood that you could not back out on like traffic alone. So you buy the traffic, you use the one that is going to be good for you. You have to know like your ESPs, what is it that works for you? And then monetize the rest. You monetize either inside of the dating sites, you have banners and you have this whole like monetization logic and you sell that traffic on CPC or CPM, but also on top of that, your emails, like there is a lot of stuff that you can just send to somebody else as an affiliate. So I think the level of like cross collaboration that there is in dating, I haven't like encountered in any other vertical.
Is very unique, I would say, like, even in, like, home service goods, like, if you get a lead in the home service goods, you rarely see companies sell that lead off if they're not gonna be able to utilize. It just goes to waste,
Uh,
which is a total
exactly.
waste.
Why not?
I don't know, and I've made that suggestion to several companies in the past, and it's not an avenue that they wanna go down necessarily. Maybe it's too complicated, but it sounds like it's innate for this industry, which makes that
Innate.
really cool, yeah.
That's
Um
why, like, I a lot of times I tell people that being in dating is like coming from the future
Huh.
because we learn to collaborate, we learn to use technology to the best. Let's say at Rock Ahead, I don't even send display traffic to anyone.
Mhm.
I built a cascade that self-optimizes. I only do API on PPL or maybe on CPC, and my system is constantly measuring the EPCs to automatically distribute the traffic.
Okay.
Like, because if I send display traffic and you're not able to convert like every single click, at least into an SOI, I can make it back up.
Interesting. Okay. I didn't realize the margins were so thin for you guys in that space,
They're
but
super thin, but the volume is
yeah,
huge. So
yeah,
it's still worth it.
yeah. Well, love is the number one niche in volume traffic. And speaking of that, who are the major players that are in the dating industry? I assume porn sites, for example, are probably big pushers of some of these dating
Mhm.
sites.
You
And
will be
that's
surprised.
no? Okay.
They are so you can buy traffic, you can buy adult traffic for
Mhm.
like casual sites and like adult sites, but it's not so easy to convert.
Okay.
So it's like when you're in the heat of the moment, you're in a porn site.
Yeah.
By the time you land on the dating site, it's a little too soft.
Little late. Yep.
Like, yeah, too little,
Oh,
too late.
it's great.
So it's not great, but a lot of people buying traffic from porn sites for sure are dating sites. And you can have your own flow and go from like most explicit dating to a softer dating. Like you can just cross sell people across niches, across like different things. Ah, this is something else that is amazing about dating. Anyone that buys on one dating site for sure will buy at least three.
Hmm.
Is that's why there is so much collaboration because it's not, oh, he already converted for me, he's not gonna pay anybody else. No, you can actually build a network of your own dating sites, and the same guy will pay you here and here. It's incredible.
That's super cool. That reminds me of another vertical in that space I would say is I lost my train of thought. Where you're paying for multiple how about the industry of getting a job? Like you get on Indeed, you get on LinkedIn, you
Oh
get on
God.
all the other things, right? Like that one lead of a job seeker is 4 different websites, and that's the only thing
And
I
it will
can think
convert.
is comparable, right?
Yeah, I can see that. I don't know what else. Maybe, yeah, I don't know what other vertical is
Yeah.
comparable where you will pay several services,
Mm, mhm.
right?
Alright,
But
well,
a job
back to
seeker
the
makes sense.
Back to the players. Who else is
Okay,
involved in
players.
the dating industry?
Okay, so back in the day, the biggest players, it was Match, it was eHarmony, Plenty of Fish, like all those guys. Slowly, they've been either bought out one or each other, but they all had huge affiliate programs.
Hmm,
When they got really big, they started killing their affiliate programs. They grew with affiliates, but then eventually moved on to all internal acquisition, which, as someone in the affiliate marketing industry, it bothers me
yes.
because I feel like you pump and dump. Like, why do you use affiliates? And you had the help of affiliates to grow, but then once you were big enough, then you don't need them anymore. And I saw the same with Flashlight. Same thing.
No, I know
Originally,
nothing
they
about that.
I know nothing.
Nope.
I saw it in a movie once.
Yeah. I had a friend who had heard of it.
Product placement. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Nope.
Anyway, originally when they started, the affiliate program was everything because they spent everything on product research and it was so expensive to run the company. So they grew really big with affiliates, but as years go by and like they print money, like they make so much money. It's ridiculous. But of course, the bigger the company gets, the smaller the affiliate program.
Hmm,
And I've seen that happen in many different verticals. But anyway, that was the case on dating. So now when you're a dating affiliate, you're looking at new sites. Now it's all about the AI girlfriend. All
hmm,
these players, everyone is like on this like race to see who designs the ideal AI girlfriend.
okay.
And I can only imagine what like places like Japan. No, it's insane. Like you cannot run. Okay, so there are some countries where you cannot run dating sites.
Okay.
Turkey, Japan, like it's more, oh, make friends. It's a dating site.
Hmm.
But okay, on those countries you run as a make friends platform. But I think the whole AI girlfriend, nobody's doing it right yet. I'm so eager to see who's gonna crack it because I think there's gonna be so much money there where
Yes.
people know they're talking to something fake, but they still do it for the entertainment value, for what they're getting out of it. We're so lonely as humans.
Right.
We're
And
more connected and lonelier than ever.
not only that, but the aspect of if you're in a committed relationship and this person can keep a secret because they're AI, somebody that
Ooh,
builds this AI version is going to have some kind of blackmail aspect to it that is going
no,
to tell your spouse if you don't continue
honestly,
their
no.
subscription. Like it's going to happen.
Yeah, no, I think that's like murky waters. If you're in a relationship, keep your pants to yourself. Like, no,
Sure.
not even with an AI girlfriend. I'm sorry, but that's a no go for me.
That's where it's going to go. That's where it's going to move
Why not?
towards.
100%.
Yeah.
No, I see the uses of AI. Like, I think it's going to be a natural evolution. First, they'll crack the AI girlfriend, but then I can see how this could evolve into companionship for older people. For why not?
Yeah.
Right? Having a friend you talk to.
Yeah.
And then there is so many ethicals.
For
That's a
sure.
rabbit hole. But I
It
think
sure is.
whoever cracks, yeah, whoever cracks the AI girlfriend is gonna crack other verticals as well.
100% agree, and it could be this year. Who knows? It could be an
Oh, there's
incredible
a lot of people.
channel
Technology is
on YouTube
amazing.
as well. Yeah, they're gonna.
Like it's incredible. Like you're seeing it, you're like you're talking to a fake like AI, but at the same time, it's so realistic.
Yeah,
And it's so good. And the way it talks to you, you're like, ooh.
yeah. And speaking of AI, there's no other sponsors that I can promote today besides AffyStash, and this is my company, and I can promote it on this because you know what? We find affiliates for you, and even in the dating vertical, we can go and hunt down sites that are ranking online today for the keywords that you're looking for. AffyStash is a great way to find influencers and affiliate partners and their contact information in a matter of 5 minutes. So go build your list today with AffyStash. Go to dustinhounds.com/AffyStash to learn more. And moving on, I want to learn more about Trackfinity and Rock Ahead. Who are you looking to work for with these companies that you have?
Okay, so in general, with Rock Ahead, I'm looking for direct advertisers and affiliates in the verticals that I'm in.
Hmm.
And I want to add value as the network and for the affiliate with the technology and with the way that we run things. But for the advertiser, because I was on the advertiser side for so long, like giving them consulting. Because a lot of times, most of the issues that you have with campaigns not performing have nothing to do with the affiliate. But right? Like we built all this system. They're like, your system broke down last night. They'll be like, oh no. I'm like, no, I'm not asking you. I'm telling you, your system
Ah,
broke down last night from this time to this time. And because high volume,
yeah,
because I run such high volume, I can see the matrix. I
yeah.
know exactly when there is like a little glitch. And so we try to give some, yeah, consulting to the advertiser, helping them run a better affiliate program, make it more profitable, but then on the affiliate side to make it all run smoothly for them. And then Trackfinity, I'm looking for anyone that wants to run a network, any person that has an offer and they want to build an affiliate program for.
Okay,
This is the software that you can use to manage that affiliate software in the affiliate program. But the
okay.
thing is, like, the software came from me being on the battlefield for so many
Yeah,
years. So it's super flexible and it's scalable. Like you can run the affiliate program just like a one person, let's go to battle, and it has everything you need to run it, but it can also grow with you to where you're a big organization and you have all these multiple layers and you can run internal media buys versus affiliates versus everything. It just combines everything, but it's made to scale and it's just flexible enough to work for wherever you are in your journey.
okay, great. And brands only in the dating space, or could this expand out to
No,
like
everything.
weed,
Mhm.
CBD, things that might have more restrictions?
I would love for CBD to, because it's terrible. I tried to promote CBD like back in 2019 and the tracking was horrendous.
Hmm.
But honestly, as an affiliate, I couldn't crack it because the tracking was just not good enough. There is a few verticals what I would love to tackle because I haven't been able to promote them as an affiliate because they don't have the proper tracking. So
Yeah.
part of that is why Trackfinity came to be, to help people that need to be helped.
Funny thing, CBD industry executives didn't know what CBD was. They thought it was marijuana for a while until the education came out that it wasn't getting you high. And then, so they weren't allowing any CBD products into affiliate platforms. And then one day, I remember ShareSale opened up the floodgates, and then all of a sudden, there's just hundreds of CBD products on their platform, and they're going to be looking for a place to live here shortly. That might be a niche for you to go attack here, but anyway, that's that
Another
industry.
rabbit hole.
Yeah, another rabbit hole. All right, so I love your personality. You seem like a relationships first person, and folks like us that are in that kind of space. Sometimes it takes us a while to figure out how to optimize our talents. There anything you can suggest to people out there that are looking to hone in on what they're really good at in this industry?
All right, I'll go with what worked for me. Funny enough, I hate math. I
Okay.
absolutely loathe math.
All
I
right.
hate a spreadsheet. I hate numbers, but I love them. Like I learned to love them. I learned to work with
Hmm.
them, but it's not my jam. I
Yeah.
don't like the day-to-day operations. I learned very early on, and because I needed to, the first few affiliate programs that I worked with, I didn't have a marketing budget. So I understood that with my personality, public speaking was my thing,
Ah.
right? So I
Yeah.
started doing a lot of public speaking and never promoting myself, never promoting the product I was working with, but teaching people, helping them,
Good.
just showing them how to do things, how I do things, what works for me. And I've been doing that for 15 years. And that has worked so well because I don't have an outbound strategy, I have an inbound strategy. And it's always been that way. Now, what I'm doing is leveraging that same like strategy, but online. So I'm working on my personal brand on social media.
All
But
right.
it's the same thing. This is what I know how to do. I hate people that pitch them like you are at a panel and they're just pitching a product. It does my head in. If you're good, I will find you.
Yeah.
You see, you know what you're doing, I will find you.
Yeah, nobody likes that guy on the panel. Nobody. Teaching first, educating first, always a good format. Great suggestion there. Time for you to defend your posts. So this is where I take
Oh,
something from your LinkedIn history, and I found out that you said affiliates who play silly games win silly prizes. Biggest affiliate
okay.
mistake affiliates make,
Yes, and I
chasing
have a
high
typo on
payouts.
this.
Yeah, chasing high payouts without minding EPC. What do you mean by this? Defend it.
Okay, so when you go into the post, I go into why it's silly for an affiliate to come like guns blazing and telling you, because this happens a lot, this is the payout I need, and no reasoning behind it.
Oh,
So a lot of times when you come in like that, you either get ignored or advertisers are not stupid. They're gonna optimize their flow, right? I will give you the payout, but guess what? Your EPC is gonna be identical
huh.
because on the back end they're scrubbing, they're doing like other things. Or when push notification came out, like how that you were not being given money from the push notifications that they collected, oh, because you were asking for this super high payout. In order for an advertiser, you need to understand like basic math. The advertiser is running a business,
Mhm.
they need to be profitable. No one here, no one in this industry is a charity organization. We're all super nice people, but we all like money. Your advertiser likes money. You like money, we get it. How do you make that negotiation? Always needs to keep in mind that your advertising needs to be profitable. Last week, someone is like, oh, I need an SOI of $1 in Mexico. And I was like, are we talking about the same Mexico? Like pesos? Like, how can I give you an SOI for a dating product, which is super easy to get a lead, very difficult to get a conversion? Like it's not as easy to get a paying customer. And your customer lifetime value in Mexico, you'll be lucky if you get to $70.
Okay.
Easy math tells you the pesos don't back out. No. So that's what I meant with this post. Like you need to understand the flow in what you're asking for and what there is on the other side. Because our job as affiliates is to drive customers to the advertiser. And the advertiser has way more cost than just the affiliate acquisition. That's just like a
For
part
sure.
of the puzzle. So understand who you're talking to. If you come in with solid math, you're like, okay, I think because of my conversion rate, because of this and that, I think I should get paid this much more. If you do that, I can increase traffic by 20%. Even
Great.
if it's a little like crazy, you love it when an affiliate comes like that with a
Ah,
strategy, with a plan. You're like,
yes, I
here's my
love when
goal.
affiliates show up with something. A buddy of mine actually came on board to this podcast. His name's Justin Moore. Came up with Sponsor Magnet. Now, I'm not a big fan of sponsors, but what Justin's concept speaks of is that you come to a brand with an idea that is they can't say no to, and they're going to give you what you want as long as you perform and create a case study out of that and then repeat it and do it again. And it's really smart, and it's something that affiliates out there, the educated ones, are doing right now, and it's a good concept. So I love it when affiliates come to me with their ideas.
So that's my whole point behind the post.
Awesome.
Like
uh, Same page, just as I need.
playing a silly game is just coming guns blazing, asking for a higher payout with absolutely no logic behind it.
Yeah, yeah, and I've seen it hundreds of times before too.
We all
I
have.
Yeah, hilarious. Awesome. Jenny, it's been so much fun. Thank you for being here. How do we connect with you?
So I am online Jen in all my social media.
Okay.
Easy to find me. And then Trackfinity and Rock Ahead is same thing. Trackfinity, Rock Ahead, and all social network. LinkedIn, also online Jen. You can find me there. And that's my current place where I live at the moment. I'm very LinkedIn heavy right now.
Me too. I'm always living there. At online Gen. That's a pretty good username. Pretty short and memorable. I love it. All
Okay,
right.
so my personal one is offline Jen.
Offline. Get out of here. Yeah, you are a nerd. You deserve to be in here. Thank you. Thank you for joining us.
My
All right.
pleasure. Thank you
As
so
we
much for
sign
having
off,
me.
you got it. As we sign off, we just finished this recording of the episode. What's the one thing you can't wait for the folks that are listening to hear from your episode today?
I think things that we can learn from other verticals that we might look down upon, but
Mm,
we can actually copy.
ah,
Today, I was talking to somebody from the travel vertical for Trackfinity or whatever, and I was like, this issue that you're having with travel advertisers is exactly like casino. And he
mm.
was like, oh no. I'm like, no, it is. This is your problem. And this is how you solve it. And he's, I never thought of that. So a lot of times, I think the best part is understanding that you can look at other verticals and perhaps you don't have to promote them, but at least understand how they work so you can copy the good things and bring them to your own.
Beautifully said. Jenny, thanks so much for your time. For you folks out there still watching, keep on recruiting, and we'll see you next time.